I'm Philip Langhammer. I'm a senior in new media, and my project is a 3D animation of musical instruments that play themselves, and then I have a guitar that is a musical instrument that I attempted to make play itself, which sort of works.
So explain the actual guitar and the mechanics behind that and what you're trying to do.
Well, I'm trying to get it to play itself, play Blitzkrieg Bop in particular. So we have servos on it, and they're all controlled via a computer program that comes with the pieces when you buy the servos. And we set up each chord on one servo. Some chords actually use multiple ones, and then a servo to strum. And we coded it to try to work, but the power source actually isn't strong enough to hold the chords down to get the good sound, so it doesn't sound right.
A little out of tune maybe, or off beat?
It kind of muffles the sounds instead of actually getting the good sound.
It's kind of like a player piano, but a player guitar?
Just the idea is there.
Okay.
A little more money put into it, a little more time, and it would be.
So now, describe the other part of it. You said there's a simulation of guitars playing.
It's not just guitars. It has a guitar, a cello, a marimba, and a drum and a cymbal. I composed the music myself. I did almost all of the modeling myself except for the cello and the marimba. And I did all the textures except for the cello texture, and I did all the animation on it.
So it's not just you're hearing it, you're actually watching these instruments play the song.
Yes, you watch the whole thing.
Are there any people involved, or is it just you just got the animation of the instruments?
They're all played via different means. Like the marimba is played by water droplets that fall from a pipe.
Okay.
The guitar has this one single finger on it, and the pick that just floats and strums it. The cello actually has a bow that floats in front of it and has a ball that pushes on the correct notes. And then the drum and cymbal both just use these mechanisms to just go back and forth.
Now, how did you pick this project?
Well, I'd seen Animusic, which they do very similar things, and I got motivation from them to make one myself. I'm a music major, music minor, new media major, so I decided to put both loves together and make a project out of it.
What were some of the technical challenges?
All of the weird issues you run into.
Things like what?
Things not working, corrupted files, I had a couple of those. Learning all the settings, things have to be into Playwright. Like, it has to be 30 frames per second for the music to work with it, instead of the 24, which is the default. Some of the settings to get it, after you render it all out, to play back as an actual video, with the audio still there. So all these little details and little problems that can go wrong.
Now, with the hardware side of it, had you ever done this as a hardware project before?
I have never done a hardware project before. I decided to do this, one, to bring people in to see my project, two, because it's cool.
so since you knew nothing, what did you have to do first to say, I want to make this guitar play? What did you do?
Well, I have a friend who does a lot of robotic stuff, so I first talked to him so he could help me figure out what I needed to get to make it actually work. Actually had the guitar custom built to sort of look like the one in my animation as well. And then he helped me, his dad helped me, and another friend helped me to actually get it set up to work, sort of.
How long have you been working on this?
The whole project or the hardware part?
Oh, the whole thing.
Since about September.
Of 2011.
Yes. The bulk of it was done within the past month. I actually asked off a lot of time off work to get working on it a lot more. But a lot of different parts have been going on since September. Like, September is when I composed the music, because I knew I had to get that done first. And I started the modeling. Knew I couldn't do it all, so I passed off some. I'm still learning all the details of Maya and working around. Getting better at modeling all the time. So I got a lot better and could start to knock them out pretty fast. And then texturing always takes a long time, rendering.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been, the bulk of it was this starting in January, but it started back in September as well.
Now, what's next after graduation?
The ultimate goal is to find a job, obviously. If I can't find a job, I'm going to wait a year, work on some little independent projects I want to work on, which includes another animation of a 3D model of a grand piano I built, which I need to finish modeling the internal components of the piano, and then make an animation of that as well. And then just some other little projects I have that I want to do, or find a job, or do both.
So, and what kind of job would you be looking for? Is it software focused, music focused, art and design focused?
What I'd really like is video game level design, because I enjoy that the most, putting in the little details around the world for people to see. Other than that, I enjoy the 3D modeling as well. music's there. I only can do so much with it. I can do sound effects, and I can do vocal recordings, and obviously compose some music, but anything too fancy is kind of beyond my scope still without more schooling.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.